Hi everyone. This is the
Hello,
flow. Yeah, this is the Flow State Cafe. I'm Giselle Queiroz, and I'm with.
Claudia Spolavor. Hello on LinkedIn, on YouTube.
Yes, we are here every Friday. For those who are coming for the first time, we bring different topics that we explore in our work that will help you to bring more flow in your life. Right, Claudia?
Oh yes. So for those who are new to this event, we are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on LinkedIn. There's a YouTube link in the case you wanna uh, follow us on YouTube too. On the comments in the comments of this event. And yeah, so for those who don't know us, who are joining us for the first time, we both work with a method, with a quantum method that helps you to reprogram your mind and bring you back to present and resolve any type of stress, anxiety, any type of negative feeling very quickly on the spot.
Mhm.
And so this helps you to bring more flow into your life and to leave everything with less effort, let's say, in a happier way. And these obviously eventually help you to create your reality very differently. Yes. So having said that, um, yes, this is why we bring these topics here. So today, because it's the last Flow State Cafe of the year, right?
Right. We're gonna have
uh,
a little break.
exactly. We have Christmas holidays, New Year. So it's the last Flow State Cafe of the year, and we brought here a topic that I think everybody can relate to, and it's setting goals for the new year, right?
Mhm.
Um,
So we can
so
start the new year with a nice view of how we want to create our reality for this year, right?
mhm, exactly. So it's obviously always good to set goals, why? Because if we don't know where we're going, we're literally going nowhere. So it allows us to structure a bit things in order to make the process easier. And, we save a lot of time, obviously, in all this. Before, to me, in my case, I don't know how it was with you, but in my case, I had no structure before. And so it was a bit of, a bit of chaos, or now that I have a structure, I can organize everything better and make grow anything I want to
but
grow in my life.
but what kind of structure are you talking about? Just for us to have it clear.
Yeah, this thing of literally setting goals, and so like
Uh-huh.
mapping everything out. So what we're going to
Mhm.
explain today, basically, yes, which is also, it's is useful, yes, I think so. Obviously, this is not it's a process that is not that is only partially external, so just this is just external work. Then obviously, to me, the 80% is programming your mind in order to achieve these things, because oftentimes we set a goal, but our unconscious self, it creates this sabotaging behavior, right? And so, oh yes, I want to go to the Olympics next year, but then deep down, unconsciously or subconsciously, you don't want to, and therefore you get injured, and therefore you're not training, and therefore you're not, there's
Uh-huh.
this struggle, internal struggle, and that's so the 80% of the work to me has to be done internally, and then you can
Of
set
course.
goals and map out everything and decide how
Uh-huh.
to do things, right? So this is
Yeah.
just to give an idea, yeah.
Yeah, because when we set goals, we set the intention, and then the brain starts to see possibilities and
Mhm.
develop that particular area or projects that you want to bring to earth,
Mhm.
materialize in
Mhm.
this reality.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So eventually, we're here talking about the 20%, but there's the 80% has to be done internally, just to create this coherence between what you want and what your subconscious, unconscious mind really want. Yeah. So that you don't create any type of sabotage, self sabotage. So,
Yeah, and
um,
then we're gonna actually bring a little bit of some tools that will help you to align also yourself
mhm,
with that. But also, it's important to observe your behaviors and your thoughts, and
mhm,
around the goals you're setting.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, when we set goals, we set the intention, and the brain starts to see the possibilities to develop that particular area of the project. Yeah, if there is coherence between conscious and subconscious, obviously. So, I think that before setting goals for next year, it's also good for all of us to do like a nice balance of this year, right? So, for example, which things have you achieved, and then not necessarily have to be materialistic things, yes, or achievement outside. It can also be, you know, I have improved my self-awareness, or I have more inner peace, or these type of things, whatever works for you. But doing a proper list of things that you have achieved, just to, give yourself a high five for that.
Also, yeah,
um,
like other when you're talking about the invisible, it can be like how, as you said, you're more peaceful inside, or you have more control of your emotions and your relationships. How are they? And if they are the same or they change, and you have a better relationship with your partner or family, for
yeah.
example.
Yeah, totally, totally. So that is just to start before setting goals for New Year. Just have a list of the things you have achieved, and this helps us already to see also where we are at the moment, right? Now, what happens with all the things that you haven't achieved? That's also important. Yes. So we also want to do a list of the things that, for any type of reason we haven't achieved, um, and you know oftentimes the reason why we haven't achieved them have to do with from which side did I want to achieve that particular thing. Was that from fear of not having, I don't know, you maybe, for example, I wanted to gain more money, like this year. Okay, if you haven't made it, it's probably because you set that from fear or not having enough money. Yeah, so whenever we set goals from fear, from scarcity, well, it's very hard to achieve these things. Yes, so that's important. It might
To
take a bit
balance.
yeah, exactly, a bit of inner work and a bit of patience too. Yeah. um all
Yeah,
right.
you have to change yourself. For example, if you today, like as you said, if you want to get win more money, gain more money, you need to
Mm,
understand what are the behaviors or things that you probably can change,
mm,
your attitudes, your thoughts, your beliefs,
yeah,
around that. Why, you
yeah,
know,
exactly. But it's important whenever we set goals to set them from, I get there or I
Mhm.
don't, it's okay.
Neutrality.
So you
Yeah.
still want to get it, but having that internal balance will help you because it doesn't trigger the opposite. Whenever things are not happening, then if we are very driven towards something, whenever these things are not happening, then we go like to the opposite, and it just um it's really devastating sometimes. Yes, and so it takes us away from focus and balance. So that's the thing. Not easy, obviously, easy to say, not easy to reach. But then
Yeah,
patient.
but yeah, the thing is like when your expectations are too high and then you
Yeah,
don't achieve that,
yeah,
the other side is a lot of deception. So be aware of that.
yeah,
So you don't want to fall, or you don't want
yeah,
to go too high.
yeah, exactly,
You want to
exactly. So
balance.
literally balance, and patient and emotional neutrality
Mm-hmm.
are the best allies, I would say, the best, yes, our best friend, they have to be.
Mm-hmm. Of
So
course.
then, once we have done a nice balance of 2023, then we can start look at 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. And well, I guess it's important to set goals, like doing an overview around all areas of our lives,
mm,
because if you want to grow your business, for example, when you are not taking care of your health, for like, and which is one of the basic things that, in life, to your body to function well, you're gonna end up having a burnout. You know, I want to have a business, but you don't take care of your body. You know, you don't have a healthy, you don't eat healthy food, or you don't work out a little bit at least. You're not gonna have like sustain your energy, you know, to improve your business, for example.
Yeah.
So to look at the basic things also and put yourself in the center of your life will give you strength to the rest, you
Yeah,
know. I think
definitely.
it's very important. So considering that we are body, mind, spirit, emotions, and the relationships that we have, we could, you know, do an overview in our different areas of our lives and see,
Mm,
you know, and check which one we have to improve, as I said
yeah,
before as well.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And also
So,
be just 1 second. Just also be aware of, for example, if today you don't go to the gym at all, and you want to go for 5 days a week, and your goal is okay, I want to go to the gym 5 days a week, and then if you start with this expectation, and today you're not going to the gym, and then you don't achieve that, so just be patient with yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna start with 2 days, you know. It's gonna
yeah.
be a bit easier, and then you get used to that, and then, oh, I'm gonna add one more day, so I'm gonna go 3 days, and then take it easy. Take it easy with yourself and be patient.
Yeah, totally, totally, totally. So, I think yeah, it's all about that, so being patient too. Mm. There are many areas, many areas that we can look at, yes, and obviously you can just look at the areas of your life that are important for you, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
um, let's say for example we have relationships that we have, also you can also draw like literally the wheel of life, yes, as we call it. So that you
Mm-hmm.
have areas of those relationships, inside, like among relationship you have family, romantic relationships, then you can have another area, can be money, spirituality, your body health, your mental health, emotional health,
Mm-hmm.
um, and there can be many. We can just explore some of them right now. Yeah. So
And
if we
also,
start,
yeah, quality of life, like
yeah,
joy and pleasure. What's the level of joy you're having on your daily basis?
exactly. Yeah, there are many. So now we will just explore some of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like obviously relationships. We all have relationships. It's impossible not to have relationships with people. Even if you go to a live in a
Shop
cave, you still have the relationship with yourself, I guess, and the animals around you.
in the
Right?
rocks.
I don't know. Why not? So, relationships, friends, for example. Yeah. So, are you happy with the circle of friends that you have? What would you like to change? Maybe you want to spend more time with them, or maybe you want to get to know more people that are more like, more similar to, they have similar interests as you, so you can set goals depending on that, and then you see if you're not happy with people around you, then you can see, okay, where which type of people do you want to meet, and where can I find these people, and so maybe
Mm-hmm.
just start to hang out
Expand
with
your
people.
vision. Yeah, expand
Exactly.
your vision about your where you are now and where you want to be. So there are possibilities. There are always choices to
Mm.
be made.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
nice.
Exactly.
Well, and there is a romantic relationship, for example.
Mm.
And if you don't have, or if you have, you can ask yourself, what type of a relationship do I want to have? You know, I want a more respect. I want a more emotional balance. I want to be more, have more control for my emotions when I'm in a relationship. And how can I improve the relationship that I already have, for example?
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. When you want to spend more time with your partner and so on, or maybe, yeah, I mean, there are several ways, right? Then we have family relationships. So your family, might be your parents, or your kids, or whoever. So do you want to spend more time with your family, or do you want to be start to set boundaries, or be more authentic? Obviously, at least understanding, what do you want, how do you want to improve that area, and then obviously I always check if we want to do the deeper work. This is very superficial, yes, but if you want to go deeper, then you want to see why, yes, because that's where the gold is, but that's not for this podcast right now. But we're just doing some sort of, giving you some sort of advice. But obviously, to us, the best way to look at this is not going out there and changing things. This is just to set goals, to decide what you want, but also in order to decide what you want to see why. Yes, the why is super important, because if it's the why is coming from the necessities, is coming from scarcity, from a lack of self-love, then it will never work. Or maybe it works, but then you attract something else. Yes. So you really want to be neutral and okay with getting there or not. Yes, this is super important. Now, um, then we have what, career, right?
And that's why we're here. So if you have any challenge or any
Mm.
questions of any question or any something you want to work, get in touch with us and then we can help you also.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go
And
on. We
yeah, you
have
go, you go.
career,
Hmm.
career, right?
Yes. Are you happy with where you are at your career now? Maybe you want to change your job, or maybe you want to have a company, or you want to expand, or you know have new practices and learn new things and bring to your company. And how are you feeling about this also? How do you feel
Mm.
about uh, where you are at the moment in your career?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Then we have money and finances. So you can, decide, okay, how much do you want to make in 2024? Also, what is the relationship you have with money? With the money, and what are your beliefs around money, if you need to change them. Do I want to make new investment or learn new skills to manage my finances better, for example. So all these type of things, you see. And sometimes we also need people to teach us, which is good. Obviously, you want to get new skills. So okay, next step, what is it? So let's just figure it out how to resolve this. When it comes to money, money is energy. So as I said before, you cannot try to control or look for money from scarcity, because it's gonna attract the same. Yes. Now, spirituality.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
Okay, I'm gonna say that's one thing that I think is very important is to practice gratitude.
yeah.
And that's also to connect more with yourself.
Mm,
Today we are constantly relating to people, in our work and our family, and it's okay. But sometimes it's very important for you to connect to yourself, not to the to be solitude is different to the loneliness.
oh
So
yes, totally.
yeah, to understand this this moment that you give permission to yourself
Mm,
to walk in a park, or even to do it, to travel alone,
mm,
and to go to the
yeah,
beach, to go to nature. you know
yeah.
it's well, it is, this is for me, it's a type of spirituality.
Yeah, of course, of course. I
you
mean,
know
whenever you connect with nature, you get, you're practicing also. Um, that's your spirit's gonna benefit from that. Yeah. So
yeah,
definitely.
there is a different feeling when you are and you go to a
Yeah.
beach, when you go to a mountain, like everyone
Yeah.
feels that. That's a fact.
Yeah. Totally. totally. Um, so yes, I mean, this is also, maybe you want to learn something that will help you, to improve your spiritual life. It's just, this is very obviously personal and it's up on us. And spirituality to me is the most personal thing that we have, right?
Yeah, some
Um,
people like have a religion, or some people have already a practice that you can just come back if you are a bit distant
mm,
from that. You just can probably connect yourself again to what
yeah.
you already are doing.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about spirituality, we don't necessarily mean religion. In our case, at least, we don't necessarily
Mm-hmm.
mean having a long white beer and being on a yoga mat. No, 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 whatever, like anything, Um, so it's something very personal that has to be, I think, cultivated within. Yes, it doesn't have to do with how you look, with whatever. Yes, so it's just very personal. Now,
Mm-hmm.
um, when it comes to the area of body and health,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that when it comes to this area here, also it's very different from each of us. Yeah, yeah. So maybe if we want to improve, for example, our body, then um, we instantly look at nutrition, or maybe going to the gym, working out, which is super good. Yes. Um, and or maybe you want to do some yoga, you want to increase the number of times you do yoga, for example, or you want to run. You just need to find something that you really enjoy. To me, this is super important. Like, whenever it comes to improve our body, any type of workout or practice, you have to enjoy it. Yes,
Yes,
it has to be
that's the
very
point, I
enjoyable.
guess.
Not
That's the point.
leave, like, sorry, but I like when it comes to discipline, like people that would say, okay, discipline, this discipline is just something that is forcing yourself to do things. You're not going to go anywhere with that. Yeah. Or maybe you're going to achieve things, but then from frustration and struggle and striving. So just enjoy yourself. Yes. If you want to improve your body, do it with joy. Yes. And that's it, because it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And so also same for what you're eating. I mean, it's like I've seen so many people starting like a certain type of diet because they are, and it's always the place from which you're doing things. Yes, if you want to lose weight, for example, because you want to feel accepted, because you want to people to like you more, you are in scarcity. Yes. And so so many times when we are there, what we do is go into very strict diets, and we just we can keep ourselves on that for like maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then we go back again to where we were. Yes. And so because we're not enjoying, really, we're not doing, so that's very important to me. I don't know how you see it.
Yes, I think it's the when it comes to that, no, man, because when it comes to that, I also don't agree with this strict and radical type of diets, like
Mm.
makes you feel you suffer a little bit.
Yeah, or
Something
even
like
exercise or workout, the
don't
same
have
thing. Yeah,
to. You don't have to. I
yeah,
love to ride my bike, for example. It's very, I have a lot of joy in doing that. I also like to go to the gym, but I don't like to go every day. Like, I don't have to. I wake up, okay, I'm going to the gym like a soldier, things like this.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have moments that of the day. For example, the time that I enjoy more going to the gym is the end of the afternoon. I don't like
yeah,
to wake up and go. I like to
yeah,
wake up and do other. I like much more to study, for example, in the morning than to go to the gym. I
yeah,
know everyone says you should go to the gym in the morning, but the time of the day that I enjoy more is like more at the end of the afternoon. I feel much more energized. I have
yeah.
more energy to go to the
I'm
gym at that
changing in
time.
that sense. Yeah, I think that I really go with the light. It's because it goes with the season for me. I used to go more in the morning, and I'm going more in the afternoon. So I think
Mhm.
to me it just changes. But yeah, as you said, like,
Yeah, I think there's a little bit with the rhythm, also with
yeah,
the weather and the time and the
yeah,
actually, yeah, when it's colder or when it's warmer, we
mm,
feel different and
yeah. Yeah. So
It's
not doing things because people say that it's good to do that. It's just do things as you like. But
yeah.
because you like them, yes, not from scarcity of because yeah. So
But what
mental health.
yeah, well, no, but what we're doing, we're just giving a map for
Mm,
you to have an overview, and then
mm,
you set your own personal intentions and base it on your, and also do this reflection, like
mm,
for you to
mm.
reflect about what you want to change and how you feel about those things and how you're gonna, work with this, your inner things, your inner
Yeah.
challenges and desires.
So mapping out your life basically.
Yeah. Well, we have mental health. Mental
Okay.
health is Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
I'm okay, I'm okay.
Okay, good. So, and then mental health. Do you want to study more? You want to read more books? You want to learn something different? You want to do a new course? Or it's never late to go to university, for example. So I know people who go like with different ages to do something like a course. It's still time to, it's never late to learn a new
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
thing. And
Yeah,
our
yeah,
brain
totally.
also actually make new connections, neurons connections when you learn new things.
Something. Yeah,
Something
totally.
new doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't have to be on your work thing. It can be
Mm-hmm.
like art or whatever area you want to learn something new, and then
Yeah.
you work like your brain starts to work better, your memory, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like an exercise for your brain.
Yeah.
The muscle is a muscle, right?
Yeah.
So,
Totally, totally. Yeah.
Right.
And then we have emotional health. So obviously, do you want to be more stable emotionally? So what can you do? You know, you can explore some types of therapy or courses, you know, these type of things. Obviously, we're here right for that. So you can just reach out in the case this is your case. This resonates with you, you know. I also teach people how to do this method on themselves. So it's very
Hmm.
easy and simple. And yes, so you can just see where do you want to get, yes, and so this is really important, I guess, for everyone. And then, you know, the quality of life, you know, this is what you were saying before. So this area about traveling, you know, entertainment, um doing
Joy,
something to
pleasure.
enjoy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And so traveling, you want to plan some trip, maybe, you know, you want to go to see new places. It's really good also for creativity itself. It makes you more creative, you know. Changing the environment, it can be really good. Yeah. um and
Because
so yes.
it's really nice coming back to the brain and neurons, and
Mm,
you, when you go to a new place, it's like you're like a kid, you're like a child, so
mm,
everything is new, so you are learning how to move and how, what's
mm.
that culture, and then
Yeah,
you come back to your inner child in a good way, like, you're you're learning still.
yeah,
Again.
totally, totally, yeah,
But
totally,
no,
totally.
actually, you are open to the new possibilities. You open yourself to the new things because you
Yeah.
are in the new situations. You get more resilient
More resilience.
also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I guess.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then what else? What else do we have? Which other area?
Contribution to the world, like well,
Okay.
I think that I brought this because I think that for me it can be very. I understand that we are part of the whole, and the whole is part of us. Of course, we should
Mm,
um, focus on like the bases, also that our basic necessities, things that we have to, like, once we are okay, we have everything around us okay, and then we have this energy to give,
mm.
to contribute to the world. But it can
Yeah.
be something very simple. I'm gonna say separate the garbage. So we can separate
Yeah.
this like something very simple. Let's go to the micro, to the, and you also can do donations, and you also can do once a month. So you can do a voluntary work. already did. And when I was back in my city, I was used to go to a cancer
Mm,
hospital that where they had like kids for kids, and I used to go to do some therapies there for the
mhm,
parents who sleeps. Okay, so this is a one type of something you can do if you have time, if you have free
mhm.
time.
Yeah,
But you can
yeah, yeah.
start separating the garbage because the world needs the planet.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, this is obviously, yeah, I think it's just up to each of us, if you want or not. I mean, there's
Yes,
no
yes,
um and if you're not doing it, you don't have to feel guilty. It's all good.
of course,
Also, I think the best way to improve the world is literally working on ourselves. And
exactly.
by do that, it has a quantum effect and it spreads everywhere, literally. Yeah. So that's
Hmm.
important. When you start changing, everything around you changes. Yes.
And people can
Eh,
feel it.
yes. And also to me, um, we have to be careful sometimes because, for example, I've seen with all the things that are happening, obviously around the world, there are many things, wars and these type of things. So how do we contribute to that? And this is interesting. Should we go to a protest and put all the anger out there, or contributing to that, or is that the right way? I'm not sure it's the right way, but that's just personal. Look from a quantum perspective, right? Whenever I join, like it's literally from which emotional state am I doing that? Maybe it would be more useful just visualizing those people and sending love, literally, than fighting against something. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So always, as I said before, for all these different areas, the emotional state from which you intend to do things is the most important thing. Yeah. So we don't
Yes, if
want
it's
to.
based like on compassion, it's much
Yeah.
different from hate. So if you go
Yeah.
with hate,
Yeah.
it's like it has a different effect.
Yeah. Also, we don't want to
Massive.
go. Yeah, we don't want to go out there and going crazy to recycle everything because we're fearful or because we are frustrated because people don't do it. That's just gonna
Uh-huh.
increase that. It's just, to me, that doesn't work. Right. Uh,
Yes, yeah, there's another example. I love vegan food, but sometimes
yeah.
some people are a little bit radical and they are
Yeah.
protesting like in a way that I know so it's hard to help people treat animals, but like if you give more hate, you're gonna attract more
Hmm.
for this more the same. You're gonna
Exactly.
more of the same. So
Exactly, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. So that's really important. And then yes, once you have that clear, then you can set goals and then deciding how you can achieve them little by little. So little steps, but consistency and patience. As I said before, that's important. Yeah.
yes.
All right.
I think that was a lot of nice tips today. I think that's a lot of
Yeah.
information already, so you can have a like overview about your life. How is it? And review how was 2023, and
Be grateful for everything that you went through, even if that wasn't nice, because for sure you've learned something. Yes.
yeah, we
When we go
are
through
learning
things that are
constantly.
nice, we learn. Well, most of us, I guess, or maybe
Say
not.
again. What did
When
you
we go
say?
through things that we don't like, it's always a lesson, that we learn.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Um, if we want to learn.
always.
If not, then we're gonna go through the same things over and over again.
Yeah, just don't bring. So if when you do this overview, like and you had like the things that you don't didn't like or you consider bad things, don't try to get away of the victim thing, like we
Mm.
sometimes say, like get into this stage and like to blame people and blame situations and like why we are here. And just see, as Claudia said, calm down and like try to see what you were learning from that. What was the goal? Because
Mm.
like life is a school. We are
Yes.
constantly learning, and be a bit humble and not.
Especially learning about ourselves. Yeah.
It's all about that.
Hmm.
Right, it's all about that, this
It's all
journey that
about
we
that.
are all living there
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it, it seems that's a long journey, but sometimes not, like it's our perception also.
Mm. Mm.
So let's
Exactly.
do let's enjoy
Yeah.
also, let's enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Because like this is the coolest part. The experiences to have, I think that
Yeah.
to have these experiences are the coolest part, because sometimes you pass through a difficult moment, and then when you pass that and then you learned, and you feel much wow, like you feel like so wow, you feel you're growing, like you feel that you're turning into a better person, like
Yeah.
you are grateful, actually. You get, when
Yeah.
you understand what you were learning, you feel a lot of gratitude.
Totally, totally. All right. So, having said that, if nobody has any questions, if you have any question, you can just raise your hand. If not, we will come back, I think,
On the
on the
second
second
week
week of
of
January.
January. So
Yeah,
let
yeah,
me
yeah, exactly.
see. Look,
Um,
I know. Sorry.
Meanwhile, if you want to listen to our podcast, you can find it on Spotify, you can find it on YouTube. Um, and so we have all the past episodes there. And yeah,
Hmm.
just connect with us. We're happy to connect with you guys and have a, well, very happy New Year, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas for everyone. So the second week of January, sorry, it's gonna be 12th.
The
No,
12th.
13th. The
I think so.
12th. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
the 12th.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's
you're
when we can
coming
come
back.
back.
And
All right. All
so
right.
enjoy your vacation, enjoy the parties and the nice food.
Totally. And again, if you want to re-listen to this podcast, we are on YouTube, and on Spotify for the previous ones. Yes. Also, something I forgot. I completely forgot about this. I wanted to say this. I have just launched a little idea for Christmas presents, which is called the High Performance Pills. What is it? A
Nice.
pack
Pretty
of
cool.
10 audios that you can ask whenever you feel overwhelmed. Let's say, for example, you are at Christmas dinner and you got triggered by your family. You can ask for the audio and you will just receive the audio. By listening to the audios, you're going to go back to present and, happy, enjoyable moments. And so, yeah, and in the case you wanna have it, just get in touch with me. You can get it for yourself, get it for others. It's a pretty reasonable price. So yeah, just an idea for Christmas presents. That's it. Have a beautiful day, everyone.
See you guys next year. Bye bye.
Bye bye.